Look at what happened with Simon Ekpa and in the Finnish court, and what we are seeing in the Southeast. Before Simon Ekpa was being arrested, and the federal government in Nigeria, and I had spoken with the CDS at the time, and in fact I asked him the question at the town hall when he told me about what their plans, the prayer to the Finnish government, about the activities of Simon Ekpa all the way in Finland and how it's affecting the Southeast region of the country. Sit at home, and it does look like there seems to be some calm in the Southeast region. What do you make of the Simon Ekpa situation and how it has been handled so far?
No, I cannot discuss such things.
Why not?
Now? Because I have told you, I've discussed this matter with authorities, high authorities in Nigeria.
That was Nnamdi Kanu's matter.
Whether Ekpa's on, I've also discussed with the authorities in Nigeria.
You seem to be a bit politically. You are trying to be political. Is it because this is going to affect you politically?
No.
You are being careful.
Listen
not
to me. You know my position about national issues. Because this case is before Justice Omotoshi.
Simon Ekpa's case is not before.
No, all of them are the same. They are before
it's not, sir. The case of Simon Ekpa is not before Nigerian court. And I'm asking that since that case has been handled by the court in Finland, there seems to be a relative...
Oh, was that your question?
That was my question about Simon Ekpa. And the fact
since Simon Ekpa is not there, there have been relatively peace in the Southeast. I'm not sure that it's Nnamdi Kanu's group that are pushing for these problems. But if there is a way that we can sum up all political something and come together and agree on something, and where I have mentioned option A, B, C, D to the authorities, and if the authorities agree with what I profile, there will be peace very soon if they agree with respect to Justice Omotosha's court.
You are one that has told me, and I remember this was several years ago, it's about 14 years ago now, or 13 years ago, I interviewed you in your Victoria Island house in Lagos when you told me that the Igbos are marginalized, and you've said it recently to me also that the Igbos are marginalized. Look at what is happening in Lagos, for example. There are some senators who went to the trade fair complex and who said, like, whatever has happened there is some kind of marginalization. How do you see this?
Yes, you can say that. You have not had, I'm sure that people have not used, when President Tinibu was Governor Tinibu, I was Governor Kalu in Abia. We had a long run that we were able to settle those matters. There were houses built on canals. I went to Aspanda, I went to Alaba Market, I went to Oshodi Market. On many occasions with Governor Tinibu then now President Tinibu. We inspected all those things. And we were able to call town planners and how to ameliorate the sufferings of the people. And I'm sure Governor Showolu cannot wake up and want to suffer the Igbos. But if that is what they are doing, it is not the rightful thing to do. They could have come to a middle cross road. You have breaking the law, and this is the penalty of breaking the law, and this is what you will do. If, when President Tinibu was Governor Tinibu, we sorted those things out, myself and him. And we were able to have a common ground.
The position of the Lagos State government here is that they've given notices, and there is also this issue about the federal government and the state government, who has the control over land and its usage, and who owns the property, where the federal government's own property resides in a particular state, who has the upper hand, who is in control, who is in charge, whether or not those inhabitants or those who own those structures have legitimately gotten the right of occupancy or the right to erect those properties from the Lagos State. There are a lot of questions.
No. Usually it's strong. When the land is by water, you set back. Some are owned by federal government, some are owned by the state government. I cannot see. I'm still going to go to Lagos. I'll make effort to reach to Governor Showolu and his authorities. I'm going to see those things by myself, because if government I said they are set aside, and you contravene it. And notices have been given to you. Both parties, I'm just saying, because of the economic, Lagos State government might be right, because of economic problems, they could have resented by not going to pull down the buildings and find a better solution. I'm not saying when you do what you are not supposed to do, you are wrong. But because
it could be that some of your brothers there were wrong.
Yes, they might be wrong. Why not? Because if I gave a setback and you did not follow the setback, the house will be pulled down.
When you told me, and you've said this a few times, that Igbos are marginalized, in the scheme of things, now you belong, at that time, you don't belong to the ruling party. And there is a clamor for
I've never been in the ruling party.
At the time when
I was two-term governor of...
I'm saying that when we had that interview, you were out of... You were not a governor.
I was not a governor. I was not a senator.
Yeah. So, and you said that it was a time for Igbo presidency at the time.
That is not the best. You see, the left foot back, Shaun, Mohammed, Okafor, Ekpenyong, everybody. I used the best 11 to achieve what Nigeria wanted to do. And that is my belief. That is what is in my head. And I believe that every Nigerian have a role to play. And Igbo should not be demonized. So only Igbo, this, all kinds of names. My children were so upset the day when they went to Worcester Market. And we cannot...
You think that Igbos are seen as second-class citizens in this country?
Well, whether they are or not, I don't feel so. It's not written on me.
And that's why your ambition of wanting to be president, you still have that ambition.
I still have the ambition. I'm competent to be president of Nigeria. I'm very competent.
But it's not in 2027.
No, it's not. I'm supporting President Tinibu.
So imagine if a Southerner becomes president in 2027, that's after 4 years, and I'm imagining now you as a grandfather now, by the time another Southerner will get a chance, that will be in another 12 years. 12 years plus your age now, you'll be in your 80s.
No, I'm 65.
Yeah, for 12 plus 12.
What will I be?
You'll be like 78 or close to 80.
President Trump is 79.
So you still can be president
yes,
at
of
79.
course. If I'm healthy, if God give me life and good health. The question is not age. The question is competency. What is in my brain I need to deliver. It's not when or where. It is how ready you are.
You think that the Igbo should support Peter Obi? Maybe the aspiration
of... Whether they are or not, I don't feel so. It's not written on me.
And that's why your ambition of wanting to be president, you still have that ambition.
I still have the ambition. I'm competent to be president of Nigeria. Are you very competent?
But it's not in 2027.
No, it's not. I'm supporting President Tinibu.
So imagine if a Southerner becomes president in 2027, that's after 4 years, and I'm imagining now you as a grandfather now, by the time another Southerner will get a chance, that will be in another 12 years. 12 years plus your age now, you'll be in your 80s.
No, I'm 65.
Yeah, for 12 plus 12.
What will I be?
You'll be like 78 or
close to
80.
President Trump is 79.
So you still can be president.
Yes, of course. If I'm healthy, if God give me life and good health. The question is not age. The question is competency. What is in my brain I need to deliver. It's not when or where. It is how ready you are.
You think that the Igbo should support Peter Obi? Maybe the aspiration of an Igbo man.
Let me be honest with you. I'm a member of APC, and I don't want to discuss Peter Obi. I've told you this before in this channel. I don't want to discuss Peter Obi for any reason. Not for anything, because I don't want to discuss him. You can ask me about the leader of my party, I will answer you. Whether the question is right or wrong, I will answer you.
Each time I mention Peter Obi, you become suddenly uncomfortable.
No, because I don't want to discuss him. I've told you before, Sean. Yeah. Any day you want to discuss Peter Obi with me, give us 2 hours. You be in the model, keep him there and keep me here. And we'll be able to sort it out. This is what
Peter Obi, he wasn't even your generation of governor. He wasn't your class of governor. All of a sudden, does it look because he's now looking like a leader of the Southeast?
No. Politically speaking, it's not my leader. It's not I am the most important politician from that zone. I have won 2 states before of PPA. I have run for president before. My 4.9 million vote is still there. It's 2007. And we achieved a lot with PPA. We had ministers, we had ambassadors, we have all kinds of appointments with President Yaradua. And you cannot be telling me anybody can run for president. But what I want to tell you, I want you to discuss issue that concerns.
Because I mean, Peter Obi seems to be the most popular Igbo man.
No, why don't you
politically speaking?
No, you are making it. If you are a Labour Party, keep it to yourself.
Who?
You.
Any day, I'm not a politician.
No, listen to me.
I see you have
for the last time.
Yes,
for the last time, let us arrange 2 weeks time. Put Peter Obi there and put me here.
On what? For what purpose?
On any purpose you want us. Any question you ask me about.
You get defensive.
I will say
Peter
no,
Obi.
I will say it is present.
Is it because they are saying that Peter Obi might beat your party if you contest again?
Let us be serious. Can you? If you don't want to get serious, I will remove my suit and rest here. Let us be serious. I don't want to discuss.
So Peter Obi matter is not a serious matter.
It's not a serious matter in my chapter. That is the truth.
Let's take a breather. Get some water for Senator Orji or Kanu.
And you drink water with me too.
We take a break, everyone. But when we return, our conversation about the state of the nation. This government wants to borrow more. Is sending a request to the National Assembly. I'll be asking the former governor of Abia saying whether or not Nigerians should welcome that kind of request. We'll be back after this break, everyone. After this break, everyone. Thank you so much, everyone, for staying with us. Senator Orji Uzor Kalu, our former governor of Abia State, is speaking with us right here on the program. Thanks so much, Your Excellency. Let me ask you, you heard a comment from former President Olusegun Obasanjo, who says that there is no one who can attribute the ambition of third term to him.
You know, with very due respect to President Obasanjo, you know, what he said in Ghana was a naked lie. It's a naked fallacy. Because many people, David Mark is alive, Ogbeha is alive, all those people, they are alive. They walks through. May so rest in peace, Senator Chukwumerije one day brought 50 million they shared and asked him if he would take as his governor. I said, go and give it to him back. Even
so they offered it 50 million.
They offered them. I wasn't in the Senate. Even the National Security Advisor now, nobody who know that Obasanjo was lying. So he was at the center of the whole thing. So, and personally, what was my quarrel with him? Because I was the one who told President Thabo Mbeki that he was running for third term. I was the one who told President Bush. I was the one who told these two presidents who called him. I was the one who told Mandela, may so rest in peace, that they sent for him and said, are you running for third term? He met with President Thabo Mbeki in September of one of those years in New York during the hunger. So I don't know, should Nigeria really be based on lies for statesmen? That is on him.
Former President Obasanjo said, quote, I'm not a fool.
I am telling you.
I wanted a third time. Listen, just a moment. He said, quote, I'm not a fool. If I wanted a third term, I know how to go about it. And there is no Nigerian, dead or alive, that will say, I called him and told him I wanted a third term.
I'm from Cameroon. I'm not a Nigerian.
Did he tell you that he wanted to?
Yes, of course. He told me Villa. He told me that I was.
You visited in the villa?
Of course.
And he told you he wanted.
And that was the beginning. I told him it wasn't possible. He had already convinced some governors. They are alive.
Which
that they should, all the governors that were governors when I was governor, they convinced them, let us do third term. There were people like me and few others who said no, including President Tinibu.
Is that where your problem with him started?
That was where my problem with him started. And I told him it's not possible. I'm a committed Christian that I have taken an oath with the Bible that we will do 8 years. So he used to say, oh, President Yadema is still there, President Keruke is still there, Gaddafi was still there, that one was still there. You know, a lot of them may count and they left. that it's not good to let President Obasanjo not annoying the gods of our land, because he wanted third term, and they stopped him from going to be third term.
Do you regret opposing that idea?
I don't regret it. It's a legitimate to do. The beauty of constitutional democracy is time limit. If you are in democracy and the constitution says 8 years, anybody who wants to go more than 8 years in our country is asking God, what will you do? And it is not right. So he wanted third term.
So he told you, because he said that he never told anyone alive.
If his late wife was here, he would say it. Yes, he told me, Taiwan. He told many governors from the north. I mean, let us be fair. If those governors are courageous enough, they should come out. I say, he said so. He wanted third term. He's not hidden. Why was he quarreling with Governor Peter Odele? He wanted third term. So let us not be deceiving ourselves. The man wants to rewrite history. History cannot be rewritten. He wanted third term, and we stopped him from not getting third term.
You didn't stop him because you were thinking about the nation. You stopped him because you don't like Obasanjo.
No, we stopped him because of our constitution. Our constitution is ultimate of everything. The US helped to stop him, and that was it.
The US also participated.
Of course, the US government supported to stop him.
That's under President Bush.
That was under President Bush. So they supported to stop him. So why did he remove Adolf Mwaba? Why did he remove all these people? Why? I don't want to talk about third term. All those people who claim they supported or they did this in third term, we are not near it. So Nigeria must be very grateful to the United States of America, who stood for right and for good of the nation.
There are those who think that someone like Goodluck Jonathan, maybe his time is not yet over politically. Is a comeback for Goodluck Jonathan. What does it portend for your party?
If I'm President Jonathan, I will not think of running for election.
Why not?
Because it's, first of all, it's constitutionally banned by law, and nobody can do more than 8 years of our constitution. So anybody telling...
Are you speaking on the point of law?
No,
as a politician?
Both point of law and as a politician.
You might be wrong.
Listen to me. I'm not
speaking.
No, I'm not a politician. I'm an entrepreneur who found myself in politics. Because I have second address, third address, and fourth address. So any person who thinks he can... If I'm Goodluck Jonathan, I just become the statesman I am. And let me be honest with you. You want to hear the truth. You know, I say the blunt truth. None of these people parading that will defeat President Tinibu.
When you say none,
all the people you think that are parading. Whatever you call them.
Peter Obi.
Whatever you call them. There are none of them.
Where is this confidence?
We know ourselves. All of us know ourselves. We eat on the same table. We know ourselves. What are they going to offer Nigeria that we're not offering?
Nigerians want a better deal.
No, a better deal, because when you go for economic reform, it doesn't come in one day. We had no economy when President Tinibu came in here.
The beauty of democracy is that
we had no economy.
Just a moment.
Don't push me to economy.
Let me ask you a question.
I say we had no economy.
It's not a monologue, it's a conversation.
No, it's a conversation.
Just a moment. Allow me to put the question. The beauty of democracy is that the people have the right under law, and that is where their franchise is embedded. They have the right to change government. They have the right to retain government. They have the right to decide for themselves who they think is better. Whether or not those decisions are right or wrong, they have the right to exact.
Thank you. I'm not saying that the people have no right, but I'm saying when you have a right, your right is your right. When you have a place, your place is your place. What new thing are they going to be doing? Before President Tinibu came in, there was no economy. We were just printing naira and recycling and going back and forward. Now, we're a big family, and the reform is taking place. When you want to do a reform, the reform start getting better. And by the taprola, I can see the light on the tunnel coming the other side, but it's not trickling down. So the down is still suffering. I can tell you this.
Are you able to tell your friend the truth?
Yes, of course. He knows I tell him the truth.
You told him that the average people, the microeconomic aspect of the economy
is not doing well. Yes, it's not doing well. He will do well because in every reform, where we are today, the Brazilian government went through this in 2003. And President Lula da Silva brought back the economy where it's supposed to be. They suffered for a couple of years, and they brought back. So these are the difficulties. You can see when you saw last year, the dollar was almost 2,000 naira to a dollar. Today, the dollar is 1,400 and something. The fiscal policies, the other policies are now getting better. You are no longer regulating. The central bank are no longer thinking about selling of fuel, selling of groundnut, selling of akara. The central bank are focusing on the fiscal policy. And you can see it is the truth.
But the letter for the request for borrowing came to the floor of the Senate.
Yes.
How do you think Nigerians should receive these? More borrowing is not just a moment, sir. When we say we're borrowing more and we say we are making more money, does that make sense?
No, listen. Borrowing does not mean you cannot borrow. It's what you use the money to do. I'm always against borrowing for not implementation of infrastructures. If it's borrowing to do infrastructure, we are better off. If it's borrowing to do rail lines, we are better off. If it's borrowing to do roads that improve the lives of Nigerian people, we are better off. The borrowing to pay salaries is what I don't like, honestly. But the borrowing today is necessary because in economy, when you are down, let me tell you, because we are Nigerians. I'm not sure you travel to even Obomosho, your village. You don't travel anywhere in the world, so you don't understand the world economy. I'm talking about you, since you want to eat me. If you see, the world economy is in trouble. I know your children and wives live in America. But you don't travel anywhere. You are sitting down here harassing politicians and businessmen. But what I'm telling you is that the world economy is in trouble. And when economies are in trouble, what do? Do you close your hands and allow the economy to get grounded? You have to borrow.
But you mouth that you're making more money and you're giving more money to the
money is also going to
when you shut down the subsidy.
Yes, because the share of the federal government is not enough for investment of federal government. So the federal government have to borrow. Because this money is shared. Do you want President Tinibu to the state? I use it to finance the federal budget. So his alternative here is to borrow.
What was the explanation for the request for this borrowing?
No, it's for investment. Investment in infrastructure. And you know it's true. You know the borrowing is right, and we have not even reached to the threshold of our borrowing. So, for me, I don't see anything wrong at all in borrowing. It's what we are doing with the money. So, we're on course. Why don't people give 2, 3, 4 years? My greatest pain is that Nigerian people are suffering down the line. But we need to go through this economic reform. We are not going to go halfway. And this is when SAP started. People say SAP. We need to go back. And the drawback, the benefit we didn't get. You people should encourage President Tinibu. I will advise all those, we are not yet on election date. I would like to appreciate all those running for president to come together in a round table. Let us provide their own experiences and advices to President Tinibu so we can come together and bring out and work on the economy and let Nigerian people enjoy what God has given to them.
All right. We're due for another break, but I'm curious though, Governor Kalu, because when you say that Igbos don't have they are not being fairly treated. And I know that someone like Kozua Padu is from